Let's talk about what the potential crimes are when it comes to email. Now, you could say the email communication back and forth, well, that's looking for fraud, those kinds of activities, and that's you could do that. You would do that activity whether you're using mail or not. But that's going to be a lot of the corporate side of things that you'll be doing investigations on. What about outside of the corporation? Well, spamming, fake emails, mail bombs, mail storms, identity theft, phishing, those are all attacks against, against or using mail. When we talk about spamming, that's unsolicited commercials. When we talk about fake emails, usually we talk about the memes and things like that. These are usually used to gather email addresses. A classic example of this is Bill Gates wants to give all his millions of dollars away. If we can get 500 signatures on this email, he'll send us $1 million each. You have to respond quickly. If you break the chain, then he's never going to let us do this. You know, you've got to go ahead and pass it on, all of those things. They're all fake. They're all used in some way, shape, or form to gather email addresses together to then promote more spam. Mail bombing is going after one particular mail box, one particular email account. Very early on, a friend of mine decided to mail bomb me. He wanted to see how long he could actually sustain attack against my mailbox. I had to change my email address. That's why when you see my email address, it used to be Dean Bushmiller, and now it's Dean.Bushmiller because his sustained attack went on for days as a joke. He told me he was going to do it, but I just had to get rid of it. So yes, you can be mail bombed by friends, but hopefully that doesn't happen to you. It's not a very nice friend. Mail storms are usually mail bombs against multiple accounts. It's usually against the server itself. You could also, when you talk about I love you and things like that, where nested lists send to each other in a lot of cases. So mail storms is more along the lines of viruses and those kinds of things. Identity theft, we're convincing somebody to give us their username, password, credit card, social security number. Those are all committed against using email in a lot of cases. And then finally, phishing. Here, go to this site. It's a fabulous site. I've seen this year about 3 or 4 different friends who have public email accounts. They've actually sent me their account's been compromised, and I get this email from them that says, you know, I really like this about pizza. Please click this link. Well, I know my one friend, Glenn, he doesn't like pizza because he's lactose intolerant, so I definitely knew it wasn't him that actually sent me this email. It was trying to get me to click on that link. And then if you were to actually go to that location, which I didn't, sure enough, on the other side, there's going to be malware delivered to your browser and it's going to attack your client. That's a little bit on the crimes that are out there. The one I wanted to really focus in on is the spoofing concept. Remember, in spoofing, what we're doing is we're pretending to be somebody else, and we're doing this impersonation via email. Spammers and phishers are doing this on a regular basis. They really don't want us to reply to them. What they really want us to do is to go to that website that's in that URL down below. When you're looking at spoofed email addresses, we look at from, return path, and reply to header information, which is a little bit different. When you're replying from, you don't have to fill in the reply to. So when they click reply to, when you click reply as a button, it normally goes to the from. But you could do reply to or return path, and those two pieces of data will send it where it really is supposed to go when the spoofing is attacking you. When we look at these messages, you have to get a hold of the victim's computer first to examine these messages, because what you really want to do is you want to look inside at the headers of the messages to find out where this came from. Now, the header examination and how all the header fields are made is the thing that we're going to talk about next, so stick around for that.